All right, welcome to the third review up this evening. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. Third game of the evening is the House of Tesla. Solve intricate puzzles to activate Nikola Tesla's creations. Restore Wardenclyffe Tower and unlock hidden devices in his New York lab. Explore the Chicago World's Fair in this mind-bending puzzle adventure. So, first thing up is, if you remember, are the House of the Da Vinci games. This is from the same developer. So I strongly suspect it's going
You might
to
have also guessed from the similarity in the name and gameplay style as soon as Petty Fan presses play.
Yeah. Right, so
I'm
this
dealing with
game
a cat
was
being a little monster. Give me a moment.
No, it's fine.
live broadcasting. The perils within. Anyway,
Trying to keep him from unplugging the computer, so please stand by.
Right. Well, here's the story. Science brings mysteries towards the light one by one, strips them of their secrets, and makes them part of something greater. It is true that some myths are rooted too deeply and too resilient, and even seem like having a mind of their own, as they resist men of science's trying to shine the light of understanding. Bit old-fashioned there. Even by the late 19th century, we're calling them sciences because there were women scientists by this point. But that's a bit of more of a tangent from this. But in the end, science and mystery are anything but anathema to each other. On one stormy night, a person was brought to this world, a child of darkness and a child of light, full of mysteries and scientific curiosity, just starting to build a myth of their own.
Really?
Yes, apparently. Bit dramatic.
You do start out with amnesia, and as far as I'm got, the guy is assuming that he's Tesla, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to assume the child of light's Nikola Tesla and the child of darkness is Thomas Edison.
So far the bad guy appears to be so far the guy he's had the most trouble with appears to be J.P. Morgan, who, finances things, and Tesla doesn't care about whether or not his things he makes can make money.
I'm just going, in terms of real life here.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't to say that J.P. Morgan won the bastard, but, Tesla Edison was much more personal in that Tesla worked for Edison and Edison stole his inventions.
Mm-hmm. So
anyway,
Yeah,
it looks like Petty has secured the cat, so...
Yes.
So yeah, this has most of the things that you will remember from the House of Da Vinci, including multiple step in and out zooms that you have to be in the right one of to interact with things. A lot of, in order to interact with this thing, you don't just click on it, but you have to move the cursor in the motion that you would be doing in real life. Not always being entirely sure about what is and is not click-onable. Luckily, there is a hint feature that I just let run and asked it for help very often, because otherwise I would not have made much progress at all. Sometimes needing something, sometimes either being able to get an object significantly before you can use it, or needing to use it, potentially being able to use it right away, but also across the room or floor in a different room. A gimmick you can access at any time, but only does anything under a fairly few circumstances. all the classics. Most of them are very annoying, honestly, which is why I didn't really like the House of Da Vinci that much either. To be fair, the setup here seems a little more urgent than in the House of Da Vinci, trying to just talk to the guy. Because here you start off like amnesiac and need to get out of the factory. But and you do get to see flashbacks to the character, apparently at once per chapter or so. Um. So yeah, and the other thing is when you get something in your inventory, sometimes you have to combine it with another inventory item or just manipulate it before it's usable because, yeah, this game feels like a touchscreen gimmick game, except there's no freaking touchscreen.
Either touchscreen or it desperately wants, full VR experience.
Yeah, or VR or something. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff where, like, okay, so you have to insert the key into the lock and then rotate the key manually and then manually open the thing when there's basically nothing that would be lost by just inserting the key and then the thing opens as one click. Especially if you're going to be doing you have to be zoomed in very specifically on exactly the thing you need to look at, or else you can't actually do it. When you're not in a very close view, you can like drag and turn the screen around. But that's like, okay, so you have that. So the wooden handle goes to the vise.
Yeah, I'm already on it.
Yeah. The thing inside the cabinet, you already got half of it, I think, but also there's a piece of the right corner of the thing that you can open and get the weight for the other chain to pull inside the thing. That was one of the things that I literally would not have noticed if the hint didn't like directly tell me. Yeah, you can't do anything with that. That is where that goes, but you can't do that yet because you have to connect the thing on the top of it before you can connect it to the bottom. Yeah, there's one exact solution for anything. There are sometimes you can do things in a few different orders, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
okay, this is dumb. Just
yeah,
like
when you have to like click on, like I said, you have to click on the exact right spot.
well, no, like how the hell was I supposed to notice that fucking corner?
Because there's white stuff on it.
Yeah, no, that's dumb.
No, I didn't either. I had to use the hint thing. Luckily, the hint thing is there.
Yeah, they
also,
didn't
you
give
can't
you
add the weight to the. Oh, you can't add the weight to the thing there. You don't have to zoom all the way in. That's good.
And then I need to do
Welcome to Baby's absolute first sliding puzzle.
No shit. And oh look, a Tesla coil.
Yeah, and then you have to attach that to the other thing. Yeah, you have to inspect one, and it's like there's a lot of very specific gestures they want you to do. Like, I don't mind the story, and I don't even mind a lot of the puzzles, but the perspective swapping and like the having to be in exactly the right spot to do things most of the time, and having to like. Yeah, see, like that. You have to attach. You have to put the coil ring on the rod thing, and then you have to push it in until it clicks. Because that's a meaningfully different thing to do.
This is something that adventure games have literally just solved with item rubbing. It will handle that shit for you.
And clearly they think this is a selling point. Like, they want you to be, like, thinking tactile. And sometimes there are things where you have to, like, look around the back end of an object to see how to do something, but it's not always obvious when.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, for what the game is doing, I think it's actually doing a pretty decent job of that. It's just you have to want a game that's being extremely fiddly with all of the inputs in terms of, like, what you got to do.
Yeah, this is a game that wants you either in like full immersive VR or desperately wants to be like a full dive VR type bullshit.
Yeah, which I don't think it has any VR inputs, but, like, the idea of it would work better for that. But as is, like, in terms of being a puzzle, and then in the flashbacks you have to guess about or intuit from the documents you find the correct answers to some questions about what was going on in the scenario you're flashing back to.
Mm.
And then the flashback, usually afterwards you get an item that does a thing. So yeah, that's just what, if you want a game that has the puzzles and then part of the puzzle is that you need to, like, combine 3 objects and then rotate the mouse in a circle for, like, 6 circles in order to open a door, then this is pretty good at that. But that's not usually what I want in my games.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a hard time judging this. You know?
Right.
I don't know. Do either of you guys have any? Yeah, that's the device.
TM.
Oh, you have to rotate combine the glass orb, and the receptacle for the glass orb has to be opposite the top. You have to make it look like the one on the diagram. You can rotate the thing on the inside of the circle.
Okay, that's... So I wanted to be... Okay. Fiddly bullshit, go!
Yeah, it has to be, like, opposite the cup on the top, and then you can put the glass ball on.
The device.
And then when you have this thing, basically, when you activate it, you get, like, electric sight, which is part of the thing. Sometimes you just need electric sight to see, like, what objects you need to put adjacent to each other so that the electricity will go through. But also, you can see the flow of things, and when there's a spot where the electricity all gathers into a column, you can stand there and then use which is used to lock the camera into the right angle for this, because otherwise it doesn't really make sense that you have to do it at those spots. Because then what you do is, like he just said, you point and click on one like visible node that has power and another node that can receive power that's within range, and then it will wirelessly make the power go that way. Because that was Tesla's big dream project, was wireless electricity transmission. You have to go stand in the column.
It's...
Like...
Okay, that's...
Like, click on the desk.
Yeah.
Like I said, the purpose of this is to lock the camera in position. You have to start from the powered node.
Okay, I thought I did. That's... Oh god, this is annoying.
So much like the other games.
Yeah. Like, it's not...
I was gonna say, heaven forbid you just click and have it open that. No, you gotta grab it and swing it
You can't just click on the door and have it open. You have to manually click and drag to open the door, and then you have to solve a puzzle inside the door, which the key is right next to it, but you can't actually see the key and the puzzle at the same time, so you have to do the extremely difficult task of clicking back and forward like 5 times.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in electricity view mode.
At least it's only one back and not all the way across the room, because that would be infuriating.
You can zoom in closer to the solution too.
Hmm. Anyway, yeah.
And then I got it. So yeah, that's that. It's just that over and over again, and you gradually find text stuff and write in your notebook about what you found in case you forget. And that's just the whole, like, I don't know. It feels like it's wasting your time, but it also feels like the waste of your time is the point. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like having it be intricate is the point. So I don't know. Adam, do you have any input or questions?
Not really. Like it looks and kind of moves like the other games we reviewed. Like, but it's not strictly speaking a skin. It's not just a House of Da Vinci game with new graphics.
Yeah, no, they did change the premise and the gimmicks and stuff, but a lot of the gameplay is the same.
Right. Which is not unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
Like, though apparently, like, Tesla fans are having a bit of a conniption over this because, at least according to the Steam reviews, this game apparently wanders off from several concepts of Tesla, whatever that might be.
I wouldn't be surprised at that, but I'll be honest, I did not even get all the way out of the factory in the, like, hour and a half I played of this. So yeah, what are they charging for it?
A lot. $24.99, $25.
I'll be honest, I don't know how long this game is, but that probably seems high.
It's it's a bit more expensive than some of the House of Da Vinci titles. The Pancake House of Da Vinci games are 20. It's the VR version that's about the same price here.
And this doesn't have a
Like,
VR
And it doesn't
version.
come with a VR?
I don't see any. Let me see. Nope, no VR compatibility mentioned.
Then yeah, I don't know what they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably wait for a sale if you were interested in this style of game.
And just like the
Or like try the demo and see if it drives you insane.
like for the similar issue we had with like the House of Da Vinci games, it's like some desk toys they make you play with to get story.
Yeah. Like I said, the intricacy and multiple steps that it takes to do things and having to go to a completely different room to get the answer for a puzzle or whatever, it is the point. They're not like, it's not an incidental error.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those, unfortunately, you don't have an actual tactility of something in front of you to, like, if you have, like, something that makes you want to fiddle with stuff. This is just slightly too cumbersome to scratch the itch of fiddling with something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, if you did something like full dive VR for this, not that that's a thing that exists, and if it did, I would strongly caution anyone against actually fucking getting the implant that you need for full dive VR, because, I mean, I've seen enough fiction to know ways that could go bad.
Yeah.
But this would be a very interesting experience in that circumstance where you. But even then, even in regular VR, like without the tactile feedback, I'm not sure if it would be a good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those things that it desperately wants you to have some sort of tactile feedback, but we're not at the point in technologically where that's possible with something digital.
So yeah, I really don't know. I think I can come to. It's interesting. I'm not going to say it's a bad game, but it doesn't really appeal to me, and I don't think I would pay $25 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 15. I don't know. Definitely try it if
Yep.
you.
The
if
only
it seems
saving
interesting.
grace
Try
is
the
there is a
try the
free
demo if you.
Yeah.
Try the demo if you think it seems interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If
this was $25 with no demo, I would probably just be full of void. But like, if this is something that scratches an itch for you, there's at least a demo to see if this is something you would like, or if you just get frustrated with it and then you just uninstall it and move on with your life.
Yeah, I think it's well put together for what it is. Just like what it is not that appealing to me.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's where I come down on this.
All right, then. So, yeah, that'll about do it for the House of Tesla here. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Zombies Overloaded Steam Edition.